The tapping had stopped, but the house hadn't gone quiet. The air felt listening, like every room was waiting for me to choose wrong. I hit the hallway light. Nothing. Just the baby gate, my dog behind me, and my bedroom door still cracked open. Then something moved at floor level. Brownie stepped into the strip of light like she belonged there. No cluck, no shuffle, just that wet, deliberate click in her throat. Once, followed by 3 quick pecks against the hardwood. Tap, tap, tap. She froze, head perfectly level, eyes bright. I swallowed and did the only reasonable thing I could think of. I grabbed the thickest bath towel in the house and my winter work gloves from the closet by the front door. I kept my distance, talking low like you do with any animal that stopped acting like itself. Easy, easy. Brownie didn't rush me. She turned toward the bedroom, and I watched her do it. 3 taps with her beak against the door frame. Tap, tap, tap. Then she leaned her weight into the door. Click. The door opened another inch. That's when I understood the pattern. It wasn't a hand on the knob. It was her using the latch like she learned what pressure made it give. My stomach went cold. I lunged with the towel, not at her, over her, dropping it like a net. Brownie exploded into motion, wings slapping, claws scraping, a sound too big for such a small body. She hit the baseboard and bounced, then shot for the kitchen. Brownie slammed into the cabinet toe kick, recovered, and made that click again, harder now, like she was choking on her own spit. Foam flashed at her beak. I trapped her against the pantry door with the broom handle and towel, trying not to crush her, trying not to let her get a clean bite. She snapped anyway, fast, angry, beak clacking on wood inches from my glove. A scratch burned across my wrist where the glove cuff didn't quite cover. My phone buzzed again. County Health. This time I answered on speaker, breath shaking. A man said, "Sir, we're following up on a confirmed rabid raccoon collected on your street tonight. You're listed as a nearby property with backyard animals. Have any of your pets or livestock had contact?" My throat went dry. I have chickens and a dog. Any bites or scratches to you?" I looked at my wrist, the thin red line already beading. I stared at Brownie thrashing under the towel, making that clicking sound like her throat was full of gravel. "Yes," I whispered. He didn't raise his voice. "You need to go to the ER tonight." Animal control showed up faster than I expected. 2 people in thick gloves, calm faces, a hard plastic carrier. They didn't laugh when I said the chicken had been unlocking doors. They just looked at the misaligned latch on my bedroom door and the fresh gouges near the strike plate. "Birds don't usually carry rabies," the woman said, careful with her words. "But they can be bitten. They can act aggressive from shock or brain infection. And if a rabid raccoon was in your yard..." They took Brownie. The carrier shook with frantic thumps all the way to their truck. Before they left, the man pointed up at my gutter line with his flashlight. "Your soffit vent's loose." I followed his light. There were muddy smears along the siding, like small hands had been climbing. And something else, thin streaks that looked like dried saliva. "Raccoons get in attics all the time," he said. "If one was sick, it might have been around your coop, might have been inside the structure of the house." My pulse hammered. "Inside? Tonight?" He just said, "Leave your lights on. Don't go looking. If you hear movement, call us. I left. I didn't grab a flashlight and play hero. I put my dog in the car, locked the door behind me, and drove to the ER with my wrist stinging like it had its own heartbeat. In the sterile waiting room, a nurse cleaned the scratch and asked the same questions 3 times. Any bites? Any saliva in eyes or mouth? Any unknown exposure? I kept thinking about Brownie's beak, that foam crust, the way she stared at water like it hurt. I kept thinking about the knocking at 1:13 a.m. and how I'd rolled over and let it continue. They started the shots, a little card with my next appointment date and time. I didn't notice until I was back in my car that the follow-up time printed on the card was 1:13 p.m. When I finally pulled into my driveway near dawn, the house looked normal. Still. Dark. My porch light on, like I'd left it. I unlocked the front door and froze with my hand on the handle. From somewhere above the hallway ceiling, faint, patient, almost polite, came 3 soft taps. Tap, tap, tap. Then, deep in the walls, a slow, settling click, like something had learned where the latches were.